Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic king and philosopher, said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." This profound idea sets the stage for this video, which will show you 11 important things you need to quietly get rid of. Aurelius says that we can change ourselves by understanding and taking control of our inner landscape. This isn't just a passive viewing experience, it's an interactive experience, and we want you to share your thoughts on every subject we talk about. Stay with us until the end, because this journey will not only teach you things, but it will also give you a chance to think deeply about yourself and change. Let's start. 1. Explaining yourself to people who hurt you. If someone you used to consider a close friend hurt you, remember that you don't have to give them a long explanation or a big fight. Moving on is the smartest thing to do. The goal is not to get back at them or demand an apology, it's to keep the peace. If they come back and ask for your help, a firm "no" is all you need to say. If someone has broken your trust, you don't have to help them. The truth is that avoiding drama and quietly putting some space between you and them is often the smartest move you can make. Let time show them what happened because of what they did. Take care of yourself first, and let the future happen as it will. It's often the best way for both of you to grow. Real people don't need to be in your life. You don't have to keep them. Everyone deserves to be loved for who they are, and it's brave to stay away from people who don't do that. It's about putting your mental health and growth ahead of drama that isn't necessary. The best revenge is to be unlike him who did the wrong, as Marcus Aurelius put it. Don't put yourself down like they did. Instead, put your money and time into becoming the best version of yourself by building your character and inner peace. That is the real deal. 2. Goals that aren't necessary. On our journey through life, we often have to make important choices, act carefully, and stay true to who we are. It's important to know when certain goals aren't helping us reach our true purpose during this process. Letting go of these goals is normal and necessary so that we can focus on what's really important. But one important part of this process is that we can choose how to do it. Don't tell everyone about every decision or change. You don't have to tell everyone everything you do. With this extra care, you can keep your overall plan and goals safe as you go through these changes. Make sure that your actions are in line with your core values and who you are by doing it in a subtle way. Make these changes quietly, changing as things come up, and always valuing the power of privacy in your strategic life decisions. This method not only makes your path easier, but it also keeps your personal journey true. A famous Stoic philosopher named Seneca said, "It is not that we have so little time, but that we lose so much. The life we receive is not short, but we make it so. We are not ill-provided, but use what we have wastefully." This quote really hits home when we think about focusing on important goals and letting go of the rest. It reminds us to make good use of our time and energy. 3. Oversharing. It's very important to keep private personal information when ending a relationship, whether it's a friendship or a romantic one. Not only does talking about specific problems or reasons for a breakup invade the privacy of the other person, but it also leads to unnecessary rumors that make things even more complicated. Instead, it's better to take these experiences inside and think about them. This practice not only respects both people's privacy, but it also helps each person heal more deeply. If you feel the need to talk about these private matters, it could mean that you still have emotional problems that need to be dealt with. Instead of looking for ways to deal with your feelings in other people, talk to yourself to understand and work through them. This method makes sure that any relationship problems are dealt with in a respectful way, without bringing them up in public. By doing this, you protect your emotional health and the emotional health of others involved, making the healing process more respectful and private. Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This quote really hits home with the idea of focusing on ourselves and controlling how we react to outside situations, especially when relationships end. 4. Raising your voice in public. When you're feeling frustrated or angry, picture yourself in a tense meeting with your heart racing with anger. We've all been there, right? The temptation to let our anger out in those moments is strong for men. But what if we choose to speak softly instead? What if we use that fiery energy not in shouts, but in steady, calm words? We're not just trying to keep our cool, we're on a journey to master our inner storms. Please remember a time when you saw someone lose it. What did it make you feel? Not feeling good, maybe even let down. Now, picture someone who stayed calm in the middle of a lot of noise. Their voice would be a soothing balm. That's the kind of person we all want to be, right? When our spirits are put to the test, we find our true strength. We turn our anger into action and our frustration into focus. There's a lot of magic in it. It's not just about retaliating with vehement words. It's about channeling that energy into something that advances us and transforms obstacles into stepping stones. It was wise of Heraclitus to say, "To be even-minded is the greatest virtue." This serves as a reminder that when things go wrong, staying calm is the best defense, and being balanced is the truest form of bravery. Just remember this the next time your emotions get strong. Being able to stay calm and speak softly when everyone else wants to shout is not just a virtue, it's your superpower. 5. Saying bad things about other people. When was the last time you heard someone say something bad about someone else? Didn't it make you wonder what they say when you're not there? It's dangerous to spread bad feelings about other people. It's easy to lose focus in the moment, but once those words are out there, they stick with you like shadows and cast a bad light on who you are. Being polite isn't enough. You also need to be someone that other people trust and respect. Everyone you meet is going through something you don't know about. You don't have to like them all. Imagine that you are dealing with a difficult person or situation. Isn't it tempting to pass judgment? Here's the catch, though. You can change the story at that very moment. Pick understanding over disdain and conversation over argument. Without a doubt, it's hard. There will be times when you'll be angry, sad, and maybe even impressed by how determined they are. Understanding the intricate web of human emotions and interactions is a key component of this strategy for maintaining peace. Not only do you build bridges, but you also become someone who can handle the rough waters of relationships with grace and heart. Please leave a comment if you've made it this far to show that you really want to change. For more content like this, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. Let's move on now. 6. Always comparing yourself to others. Comparing ourselves to others all the time is like running on a treadmill that doesn't have an off button. It's never-ending, tiring, and, to be honest, takes away my joy. Think about it. Every time you look away and compare your achievements to those of someone else, you're not only being unfair to yourself, you're missing the beauty of your own story. This habit, this need to measure up, can leave us feeling as though we're always falling behind, which can trap us in a cycle of self-doubt and dissatisfaction. Now, change the order. What if you started to enjoy your quirks, mistakes, and wins, no matter how small? You don't have to ignore what's going on around you. You just have to accept your journey as it is, without any filters. Life isn't a neatly scripted show where everyone follows the same plot. It's messy, unpredictable, and very different. Your story, with all of its ups and downs, successes and failures, is a test of your fortitude and uniqueness. So, dive into your story. Let it be a range of feelings, from the grit of anger to the high of success, for men, just for you. When you take responsibility for your journey, you do more than just move forward. You change the rules of the game so that they fit your needs. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "Control your perceptions, direct your actions properly, and willingly accept what's outside your control." This quote really hits home with the idea that we should focus on our own path instead of comparing ourselves to others. 7. Don't use social media without thinking. See your life as a unique story full of rich experiences and personal growth. People's stories, often just their best moments, can be found all over social media, on the other hand. This difference can make us feel bad about our own lives and make us compare them to others in unfair ways. Because of this, it's important to use social media with purpose, like looking for inspiration, connections, or information, and then return to the real world of our journey. To do this, try setting aside specific times to use social media, like after work or during your morning coffee, so it doesn't bother you all the time. Before you interact with someone online, take a moment to ask yourself, is this helpful or just a distraction? This helps you tell the difference between meaningful engagement and mindless scrolling. If your mood or self-esteem drop because you use social media too much, you might want to take a break. This time away gives you a chance to do meaningful things in the real world that remind you how valuable your unique life story is. By making these adjustments, you make room to enjoy the story of your life without being distracted by endless comparisons and more focused on what makes your life worth living. 8. The constant need for approval from others. Today, let's talk about an idea that will free you, letting go of the need for approval from others. Picture yourself on a stage with a spotlight on you and a lot of people watching you. They are all ready to judge how you act, speak, and just be. This situation, which is stressful and limiting, shows how suffocating it is to live for other people's approval. Now picture leaving that stage and going to a peaceful place where your voice is the most important thing. The significance of this shift lies in how important it is to value your inner voice over judgments from others. Living to please other people takes us away from who we really are and what we want, like putting on clothes that don't fit just to please other people. Mention the times in your life when you were truly happy. Those times probably happened when you stuck to your values and beliefs, regardless of what other people expected. This is what real living is all about. Start by thinking about yourself to see how you can apply this to your daily life. Ask yourself, is it for me or for others? Before you make a choice. Believe in your gut, know what you need, and work on boosting your self-esteem. Honor your accomplishments, take note of your flaws, and appreciate your strengths. Remember that learning to accept yourself is a journey with many small but important wins along the way. Also, make sure you have relationships with people who value your uniqueness and support your true self. When we let go of the need for approval from other people, we make room for a more real and satisfying life journey in which we are the main characters and are led by honesty and bravery. 9. Perfectionism. Addressing the pitfalls of perfectionism is crucial in our quest for self-improvement. Although it may seem beneficial, this mindset frequently causes stress and a sense that one is never good enough. Setting impossible standards and being afraid of making mistakes are both signs of perfectionism. However, accepting our flaws is important for growth and happiness. Leaving room for flaws in life, like in art, makes it more interesting and real. Accepting your limitations and understanding that errors are a normal part of learning are the first steps in overcoming perfectionism. Change your focus from being perfect to being excellent, which means doing your best while understanding that there is always room for growth. Be kind to yourself when things don't go as planned and show yourself compassion. Enjoy your hard work and know that everything you do helps you on your journey. Finally, Don't think of success as an ideal outcome. Instead, see it as the journey itself, which is full of learning and personal growth. A world of possibilities where mistakes are seen as opportunities is opened up by letting go of perfectionism. A mindset like this helps you live a more relaxed and honest life, where you can enjoy the beauty of your own humanity and the unique path you're on. 10. Holding on to unrealistic expectations. When we start the big journey of life, we often set sails of expectation, planning our routes to reach our dreams and desires. Despite this, these sails can get huge, turning into unrealistic dreams that throw us into the rough seas of disappointment and disillusion. These huge expectations, which come from hearing whispers and roars in society and the media, can keep us from seeing the beauty of who we really are and the truth of life as it is. To get rid of these false beliefs, one must first be brutally honest with themselves. We have to peel back the layers of should-haves and could-haves to get to the heart of our true goals. It's about being aware of how heavy these expectations are and asking ourselves honestly if they lift our spirits or crush them. This isn't a makeover from a fairy tale. It's a gritty, sometimes painful acceptance of life's flaws and our own limits. It's about making goals that fit with who we really are, not what other people tell us to be. Every small win and every step forward puts our men to the test. The beautiful thing about this trip is not where it's going, but all the wonderful things that happen along the way. Letting go of unrealistic expectations not only frees us, but it also shows us the unexpected beauty of life and teaches us how to navigate its rough waters with an open heart to all the ups and downs, happiness and sadness that come our way. 11. Negative talk, gossip, and engaging in gossip can sometimes feel like an easy way to connect, but it usually leads us astray. When was the last time you were in a conversation like this? Did it make you feel good, or did it make you question your morals in a subtle way? Words can either grow gardens or spread weeds, just like seeds can. When we choose to be kind and understanding in our conversations, we create an environment where trust and respect can grow. But it's a journey, and it's not always easy. There are times when it seems tempting, maybe even right, for men to join in the gossip. However, here's a challenge. Pause the next time you're about to say or hear something negative. Think of the person as someone like you, who has their own problems and successes. Would you want men to talk about your worst times? It's not just about making the environment better when we avoid gossip. It's also about respecting the fact that we are all human. And when you set an example for others, you're not just avoiding negativity, you're paving the way for a more genuine and empathetic connection. By adopting these principles, we can promote a relationship that is resilient, empathetic, and positive, which will lead to genuine personal growth and stronger connections in our relationships. If you learned something from this video, please subscribe for more, hit the bell to let me know when new videos come out, and show your support by liking and commenting. And yes, as usual, 2 more videos are now appearing on your screen to help you learn more about Stoic wisdom. Keep your cool.